the future is really doing stacks. And, I was super excited recently. I have an older gentleman that's doing some age reversal, and I have him on peptide stacks and obviously all the supplements and things like that. And he goes and gets some stem cells that are IV, and I got back his telomeres. And if for users that don't know, or the viewers that don't know about telomeres, they're the ends of your DNA. Mm-hmm. So every time a cell divides and copies the DNA, it gets shorter, this telomere, every single time. And when it gets to a certain length, that's it. There's no more life, right? And his were extremely short, near to the end of life. And we just threw the kitchen sink at him for a year, and he added 25% onto his telomeres. And it kind of blew my mind because I wasn't really thinking that we were going to lengthen. Right. I was just hoping that we weren't going to degrade very quickly. Yeah. So my hope, or what's blowing me about the future, is this whole idea that we don't have to slow down aging anymore. Like this whole anti-aging movement was worrying about like, oh, how much can we slow down aging? Well, now we can work on, well, who cares? It's easier to reverse it. And peptides are going to be a big part of that age reversal, and eventually, and we're going to even there's really crazy things coming down the pipe when it comes to like injecting viruses with genes in you and, altering your DNA, and then like advanced stem cells, even beyond what we have today, embryonic lines, but actually designed to go after you, taking your natural killer cells out of your body, growing them, and then putting them back in so they just go and clear cancer out and clear your senolytic cells. Jeez. So, there's the last articles that have been coming out the last 2 months have been incredible about what we're going to be able to do and how long we're going to be able to live.
That's pretty crazy. As you know, like I went and interviewed David Sinclair. Anyway, listening, it's my first season, Lifespan. I think we titled it Live to 150, but he's like, he was thinking that, we should be able to live to at least 125. Like that's just crazy to think about,
Yeah. And, with the stuff that's coming out of the SENS Institute and the Methuselah Institute and the Buck Institute right now, like they're thinking that it's going to be way more than that.
Wow.
Like, it's not going to be like, we're going to extend life a little bit. It's going to be like logarithmic expansion of lifespan.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's really interesting. And what I'm trying to really drive into people is if you're older, like in your 70s, find someone that's doing age reversal and get on it, because this stuff is working now. It's not working what's going to happen in 15, 20 years, right? Mm-hmm. That stuff's going to be far beyond what we have. But what we have right now is going to allow you to live a little longer, so that technology will take you a little bit further into the future and a little bit further in the future. And then you might be able to stay on the planet when these things hit.
Right.
So, and that's the whole thing. If you can hang out for 20, 30 years and you can age and you're not going to die, well then, okay, you don't have to spend all the money right now. Just stay healthy and eat well and exercise and do the other stuff, right?
Yeah, or they can just freeze you like we talked about in one of our other podcasts and wake you up on a fucking cruise ship like 100 years from now.
There you go. Alcor is fantastic. And if you're young, I mean, you can get a life insurance policy for Alcor, like, very, very cheaply. Otherwise, when you're older, it's $250,000.